Welcome to Nine Nerd Yards. I forgot that I was also hosting. But we are covering episode 4 of The Idol. I'm not going to hold you up. We're going to get straight to the panel. And how about we introduce the drunk banthas first? Can we hear a little bit about you? How are you feeling?
What's up, man? Best day of my life. Never been better.
Yeah, man.
It's the best day of your life. Wow.
It's beautiful in Los Angeles. We really can't complain about it.
Oh, rub it in.
Okay, that's what's up.
The weather's
We have a lot
wonderful.
of snow from Canada over here
Weather is
right
wonderful.
now, so we're doing it. And
Yeah, Chicagoans not able to breathe up there.
main streets of Las Vegas, we have Kirsten Cobb.
What
How are
up?
you
What
doing?
up? Oh, I'm good. Today I was doing a little bit of paperwork and I was listening to the Weeknd songs. Just to see if I still felt like he was talented after watching him for a few weeks now try and act. And he be telling on himself. Like if you go back and listen, he's like R. Kelly. He's dropping hints that this was coming. And this is part of his personality.
Yeah.
I don't think he's acting
Yeah.
on this show. I think he's just this big of a dick.
He's still selling that house. He's still selling that house.
I'm gonna sell that
And
house.
from
Call me.
Austin, Texas, we have Mike Dean himself. How you feeling?
Well, this apartment's great, but the acoustics suck. How are you guys doing?
They do suck. They do suck. They do
It's been
suck.
so long on that.
And
By the
Hey,
bathroom.
Chelsea.
Try the bathroom.
What up?
And he's off camera right now. Maybe he has another little surprise for us. It is Terry, the producer.
Hello, Angels. How we doing? Check out my beautiful
How you doing,
window.
Terry?
You can have this beautiful window house for only $700,000 going fast.
Shortest robe. He wearing a t-shirt under that robe but no pants.
You can stare out of at the distance.
Best intro yet.
Oh my God.
How we doing? How we doing tonight?
Oh my god.
I
I
think Terry's
love it
no
when the
mind.
costume changes.
Right?
Tedros is not Tedros.
Is that like a-
Well, I mean, you know what they say, Tedros, Terry, Tedros.
That's a do-rag, bro. That's crazy.
You got a
It's a
magic.
weekday.
Magic.
Flag.
Hell yeah.
I think I've
And
enjoyed this
actually,
show.
Come on.
yeah,
Please, all my crazy.
have a
stuff.
special guest with me today. We shot 3 videos. He is a professor. He is an artist. Introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is King David Koresh. I am a professor of Black history and Black studies and hip hop studies. So, I'm happy to be here. Fan of all you guys. Y'all some funny people. And lady. Y'all some funny people. And I like that poster back there. I said Jim Brown, but it's Fred Williamson.
Yeah,
Fred
Williamson.
Oh, I love that movie.
Right on, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Talk to you.
Pleasure to have you join us.
And I wanted to just go ahead and actually talk about this episode. It's quite a long one we have.
Oh my God,
But I
it just
kind of
dragged.
wanted to start on the fact that we had the revelation that they're not having 6 episodes. It will be 5 episodes, and the
Yes.
internet is clowning the fuck out of this right now.
Creatively, it was only gonna be 5 episodes, but we waited until now to tell you because we thought,
Right.
well, why tell you?
Right.
Because you'll
Hey.
figure it out eventually.
It could be
Yeah.
worse. At least they're not trying to Morbin time this shit and give us 7.
Exactly.
At
But
that point,
I
we'd all
will-
need to check into rehab for mental distress.
from a producer standpoint, I want to know what Terry thinks about the cut.
It's I looked into it and it's because our girl Amy Simons, who did some great episodes of Atlanta, had creative differences. It didn't say with who, but she had creative differences to do her episode after all. I think she was supposed to do 2 episodes, and she ended up only doing 1, which it would have been the 6th one.
That's what I heard too.
So wait, so is it they just cut an entire episode, or they like cannibalized like the last 3 to make 2?
I'm pretty sure they like cannibalized probably like the last 2 or 3.
Cool, that makes more sense.
Wow.
Well, and with the writer's strike, you can't have someone come in and touch it up.
It's not going to help.
Nope.
No.
Right. But like at the same time,
No,
like,
it's
do
gonna
you
help.
need that, or do you just need to do some like tricks in editing where you can just kind of like merge those two? Because obviously the finale would have been 6. So
Right.
how are they going to end it at 5?
But with a show like this, 9, it doesn't make a good goddamn bunch of difference. Like, they could have ended it at episode 3. We'd have been like, oh, a 3-part series. What the fuck ever. Because it's just so bad.
Right.
So is the last episode, are we thinking episode 5 is going to be even longer? Has anyone checked the runtime?
I'll check right now, but I didn't see anything on IMDb earlier.
No, but this did feel smashed together. It felt like 2 episodes operating independently of one another.
Yeah.
And
it kind of fucked with my
continuity was
group,
weird.
too. I was expecting like,
Yeah.
there's 2 more episodes after this. Maybe like putting together like a
Bless you.
season recap
Thank you.
video or whatever, but we can
Yeah.
just do that if you guys would love us to. And hopefully we can get something written and produced by the time this next weekend comes around. So geez.
I like what Ophelia Maximus said. What he said about that is her prequel.
Yeah.
Tedros
Right.
is really
Ooh. but
poor Ern. See, he don't even look like him.
But speaking of Tedros, what'd you guys think of his name?
Oh my God, Mauricio Costello Jackson. Wait, guys, is he Italian?
Yeah.
Right. It was his
Own
what did
brother.
she say?
That's what he
He
is.
said it was some ghetto. His ghetto parents thought he was
Yeah.
suave.
Exactly.
Like Devontae. Devontae. He reminds me of the Key and Peele football All-American All-Star.
Yeah.
It was definitely Theodore right there.
Look at
Yo,
his hair. Look at his
Nine's
hair all
brother-
flowing.
Nine's brother, who was a historian of Africa, he told us that it was named after the guy in the 15th century who had unified Ethiopia after it had disintegrated. And and that was his name, but it was pronounced in Anglophone as Theodore. So that person is right when they said his name is Theodore.
Oh, so the Tedros name?
Oh.
So like the Weeknd is actually from like Ethiopian descent.
Ethiopian, yeah.
So we're
Okay.
thinking that that's why he picked the name Tedros.
Tedros.
Wow.
Tell you
He did
what, it's
such a-
much more
He did
impressive.
such a tribute in such a disrespectful show.
In a bad perm.
To make that choice.
He's supposed to spray some shit on there or something. It was.
I mean, my God, that fucking hair.
I just want to say
Bad.
all the information that we received about why the show has been shortened, I think is bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Typically when this happens in television, that means that the show is so bad that they don't see a reason to play the episode
Mhm.
Mhm.
that they were gonna play. Like
Mhm.
we're just not fixing to show y'all the rest of this because
Yeah.
we're not gonna do this no more anyway.
'Cause what's the point? Yeah.
Like I'm just thinking, like, is it just going to end with like an expectation for another episode that's never going to come? Or
Right? Yes.
is it like where would they even cut that off?
Well,
This is
it
Warner
was
Brothers.
bold of them to even film like they were going to have a season 2 and try and end with a finale in the first
Yeah.
place.
Every single
But-
time it says season finale, I'm really hoping the next time I see it, it says series finale.
Right, yeah.
I mean,
They
just
won't call it.
only one episode left.
Ever.
We promise.
Done.
Oh my god.
That'd be an interesting way to advertise it. Like how I remember the D&D movie when at a certain point they were advertising it as like it's actually good. You should watch it. So it'd be interesting if they advertise this as like, don't worry, we're done.
What if we advertise it like, all right, if enough of you tune in when we release it, if we get enough views, we'll stop then. We won't make you deal with the second season.
Right, yeah.
But we got enough for this one view.
Just help us make a little bit more money, and then we'll.
You can have only one season as a treat.
Yeah, exactly.
Get that merch.
Oh,
Get that
man.
merch.
Film age.
Right. They got like Audible sponsors and like just random bullshit in there.
The last episode's literally just going to be like commercials in the middle because they didn't have enough time to fill it.
Right.
Oh my god. It's gonna be like a Vogue magazine. It's all ads.
How this show
And that'll be a better episode.
We've
Oh,
talked about
this
how this
shit.
show is
These are my favorite
basically
Oh,
Yeah, this is such a
him
good
trying to
scene.
sell his house.
Trying to sell the house so fucking bad, like
Right.
especially the Mike Dean scene.
Yeah.
That Mike Dean
Yes.
scene was let's really take a good eye-opening look at this
Yeah.
motherfucking house.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
go through the
Take
room.
your bid. I am surprised
Nothing.
like a texting number to bid on the motherfucker didn't pop up.
Well, and the funny thing is, did you guys watch like the after episode bullshit?
Mm-mm.
They
Yeah.
tried selling it as, oh, we didn't realize, like, we always thought Mike Dean was this amazing producer. We didn't realize he was also hilarious. And it's like, yeah, that's the reason you had the clapping scene. Okay.
I'll tell you what, though.
Yeah,
No,
they really
no one's
kept
buying
it.
it.
One part he
just
was
like
hilarious,
that.
and he was hilarious in one part when he looked dead ass at the camera when when Tedros and Rob
We're
started
squaring
talking,
up.
and he looked dead ass at the camera like he
Yeah, while
was
he's playing the piano. Yeah, that was the best moment.
that was the best moment in the show. Them and the Mexican maids talking. That was hilarious.
I also
I was
how he
gonna
like,
say that too.
We need a spin off of the Mexican maid.
but
If we
just,
had an episode of the staff, the Mexican ladies, just talking shit about them, that'd be funny too.
Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah.
I was so
Amazing.
down for that.
I'm
Like
ready.
they
Just-
were electrocuting motherfuckers.
Just like all the scenes that they cut, which isn't like planned at all. It's literally just them talking shit about the weekend.
Right.
That's a real staff. We're gonna go with that.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I will say I found out about the shortening of this season in an elevator today after I got off work from just some random lady. And
Cultural phenomenon.
I like it just it's cultural. Everybody's talking about it.
Everybody's talking about the item.
Yeah, and I mentioned I was like talking about it tonight with some friends, and she's like, "Oh, it's so bad. Did you hear that it's getting cut short?" And like I had this weird reaction in my chestal area where
It's called happiness.
Yeah, you're overwhelmed with joy.
it was joy, but also sadness because I'm getting a lot of joy talking about this show and like hate talking.
Oh
And
my
I kind
god,
of
yeah.
don't want it to end. So it's a weird. It's a roller coaster ride of emotions up in here right now.
A huge
Yeah.
juxtaposition of our souls.
Right?
Very,
I
like,
agree though. It's
Pop
been fun
culture
as fuck.
whiplash.
Because it is just, it's ridiculous to watch. And even though I'm watching it by myself, I am screaming with laughter sometimes. I'm having a blast because I just can't comprehend how somebody wrote some of these scenes and some of this dialogue. Like, where even if the scene is fine, it looks beautiful, the movement's great, the blocking's great, then in comes fucking the Weeknd and he can't act. And he's saying this stilted, weird dialogue where he's like, I got this plan. I'm going to make her come on the microphone. I'm sorry. I hate it. I hate it, but I love it.
You think that's
I'm
bad?
stupid.
I made the mistake of trying to watch this episode while I was eating lunch. That was a huge mistake.
Bruh, didn't I tell you? Didn't I say? I was like, the
You
day
warned
it
me?
aired,
You warned me.
I made me a nice tuna steak dinner. I'm not watching The Idol tonight because I'm not about to ruin my fucking dinner.
Man,
I
I was-
watch it later, and I'm so
It was-
glad I did.
It was just a
Right.
chicken salad sandwich. I was like, hey, you can't ruin that too much. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you fucking can.
Yeah.
And I didn't even get to that part. It was just Everything leading
up. Kirsten, we want to know what you're wearing Dorsey, Winter, Kirsten, you look cute as F.
Thank
AF.
you. Hi,
Before First Worlds.
Dorsey.
Is
Who are
this
you wearing?
were the butterflies weekend inspired?
No, they're not. It's I don't know why I can never get the right side of the camera. It's Pride. So like they're all different. So this one's obviously bi colors. There's like pink and then purple and then blue on the inside.
I had no
This
idea
one's
butterflies
just
could be
the
bi.
Rainbow, right? Of course they can because butterflies are interesting people. And then we have the trans flag colors. It's kind of hard to see, but it's blue and white and pink. And so I'm trying to represent all the pride colors in here. I couldn't get non-binary and a couple other ones, but done in time. But
Roll
happy
Tide.
Pride.
Roll Tide.
Winter is looking at you like Leia looks at Isaac over here.
Right?
I feel
And-
so bad for
Can
Leia.
we
but
stay
Right,
on?
yeah.
Yes and no.
Violet.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
That's,
No,
that's what
no.
she gets for getting with a sexy flexy nigga like that. Like,
No.
come on, Leia. If she were to get with me, you know, I'm
Right.
too fine,
Right.
but at least I
Don't
won't make
blame
you
it
feel
on
like you're about to
sexy
get beat
flexy
up.
niggas. Don't blame it on.
I blame the
he's a
sexy
very
flexy nigga.
flexy,
Look at this
flexy
motherfucker.
guy,
I hate him.
No.
He looks too damn good. I
This
hate
girl
this.
is
Oh,
the
the sexy
dumbest
flexy.
person in the show. Let's stay with this.
She's so thirsty that she can't get out of her room.
Oh, happy Pride to you too, Sarah
That's a
Haley.
Aw,
flexy
happy
motherfucker
Pride,
right
Sarah.
there, right?
Right? He's just
So,
out there.
Blake-
Oh, Blake
Oh!
came in just in time for sexy flexy niggas.
Let's talk about sexy flexies.
What's up,
Hello, my little angels. How are y'all doing?
Well, we're talking about the idols, so not the best.
Showing
No,
off
Oh.
my
we
house.
gotta stay on,
my
we gotta
skimpy
stay on
outfit.
Leia. We gotta stay on Leia. 'Cause
Yes,
Leia
I also have thoughts.
She's
Yes.
very, very dumb. She is
She's
like
very dumb.
What's that shit when you get caught when you love your when you start loving your captor?
Oh, Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome?
She got
Yeah,
a
she got it
combination
bad.
of Stockholm syndrome and personality disorder or some shit. Because how do you go from like, oh, I'm afraid for everybody, I feel like Josh is being taken advantage of, brainwashed, and then you just start sucking this nigga's dick. I don't understand.
Sexy flexy.
Go from one to the other.
Because
Like,
he's sexy flexy. Like,
He's there with that sexy flexy. He's out there doing
So-
yoga in the morning. I don't know how to act either. I'd be looking over that wall as the neighbor, like, God damn, is he good? What, downward dog?
So-
What's he doing?
I'm going to agree and disagree with Bill on just like a small part of it. I don't think she's stupid. I think that she knows everything that's going on. She sees everything. She's commenting on it. The dick's just that good.
She's
right?
a cunt bitch.
She's just like,
And I think it's been so long since she's gotten any good dick.
You can be smart and
Wow.
still be a punk bitch. She's
Yeah.
a punk bitch.
Yeah, that is fair because it does like they did kind of like set up pretty early that she was like kind of like repressed and sort of her character. But I've stopped feeling bad for Leia.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's no
I'd have
sympathy.
moved out, honestly. I'd have been done. After they were blowing each other in the back of the car while I had to drive it around the 2 streets in LA that they seem to drive on to get to Rodeo. Not how that works. But anyway, it's a much longer drive.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, look at that Terry
Oh.
Dream swag.
If Jocelyn was Madonna, then he's definitely Dennis Rodman, right?
That's
yeah,
facts. That's facts.
something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I thought so. That's what I
Which-
initially thought.
Yeah, but-
Blake.
That's absolutely.
that's the weird
Yeah.
thing. When she's in LA, you can throw a rock in any direction and it'll land on a dude who looks just like that. Just
Exactly.
like go somewhere else.
Exactly. Some guy who's not getting butt plugs vibrated in his booty. You know what I'm saying?
With no job, so he could be unemployed as well, right?
In LA and fuck him. She don't have to keep fucking with this nigga right now.
Yeah, there are a lot of
Right.
things.
She literally could. She could fall on the street and Big Dick will pick her up in LA. So like just walk outside, bitch. It's cool. You
What
can be
about
free.
Las Vegas?
Bill, you look like a sexy flexy. I feel
Fall
like
into
you
one,
could
too.
pull that off.
I am a sexy flexi. That's why I'm not
Yeah.
playing.
Well, go save Leia, motherfucker.
They never leave the house, Jeff.
Horrified.
Bill, at this point, I think it's called a compound.
Yeah. like-
Right? Yeah.
You might be
just
sexy
watched
flexy, but you're
Waco.
not a homebody.
So is Is Tedros? Is he really Nature Boy? Anybody know about Nature Boy out of Atlanta, the Colt?
Rick Flair?
Ric Flair's the only Nature Boy I know about.
Yeah, y'all could Google it later. You can see Nature Boy Atlanta.
Oh, we got someone that thinks they can save.
Go get
Look at her face. She don't want to be saved.
Exactly. That's why Leia is stupid. Y'all can't save Leia. She got to save herself.
I'm here talking about thinking the same thing. I'm trying to say late too. It's like, I ain't sexy.
This dude was a cult leader last year.
You're gonna feel like you're about to get beat the fuck up when you're around me.
Mike D just looked it up.
He's looking it up like Nature Boy. Atlanta. Yeah.
Somebody's out here misusing the Nature Boy Ric Flair's name. The man known for wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, I just looked that shit up.
Right. Not Ric Flair.
Oh man, that limousines. 26
minutes. This is a different guy. This is Dick Flair. This is Dick Flair.
But right here, I want to get Blake's thoughts on this because
Yo quisiera ir, tú sabes.
Okay, hang on. Pause this. Already paused this. I just want to point out something, and I came on with this thought. The only Mexican representation is the cleaning ladies in the show.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna need some new Mexican characters on the show because if all we're gonna be doing is cleaning and like they clean up dildos, bro, they clean up dildos and all kind of spoons and all kind of cocaine.
The dildo, Blake.
Bro, what are we?
Everyone else gets around it,
right?
Yeah, she wasn't throwing her away. She's like, "Oh, gotta save this."
And I saw her. Between the lady's nephew that sold it to him, right?
She knows what's value that shit. She's gonna clean it up.
Yeah, I told Alex, I was like, yo, she need to pocket some of that, take it back to the essay.
Well, I think she already pocketed some of it because if you look closely, she's got the biggest fucking smile while she's scooping it in.
Right, she is not upset about it. I think she's taking her time. They said everything I clean up, I can take.
Be honest, if you had to clean that house, you'd probably do a little too. Just to get through the day.
Not I.
Imagine she sneezes right into the pile, just right into her face.
And remember, they said that they don't get any sleep, and they didn't look like exhausted. Like, we don't get no sleep.
Right.
Bruh. I'm just saying, can we get somebody besides Consuela from Family Guy on the show? Is all I want. That's all I want as a Mexican. That's all I want.
No, wait,
yeah. No lemon pledge.
Look at her. Look at her. She's like, I'm about to party up tonight.
I thought Tedros.
I was dreaming of the past. Look how big that backspace is, boy. You have so many.
Look at her. She has
They're destroying this house.
Yeah, she like T.O. gonna sell this shit.
You know, the Mexican dude, is that dude not Mexican? The bald-headed dude with the tattoos? Is he not?
We're not. Wait.
We're not ambiguous.
Yeah, we're not claiming him. We're not claiming him right now. I don't want to claim nobody in the cult like that.
He could be a spicy white for all we know. You know, like a
we don't know what he is.
Yeah.
Can we talk about him for just a second? Like, who is he?
Did you catch what someone calls him at one point?
No.
His name is someone called him Head. Just Head. I think that's his name.
Yeah.
But he has to be like the lieutenant, right? Because remember, he got everybody.
I think he's the sergeant
in that
in
line.
arms. He's the enforcer.
Yeah, because he got everybody in that line. Tedros is talking, but you see that dude just in the background, like, yep, y'all gonna learn today.
And he chases down Homeboy. He's one of the him and Isaac chased down Homeboy.
But so was what's his face, and he was in the line too.
When did they get armed?
Isaac?
Yeah, and this part I was so confused about.
What's happening at this shit right here?
And they're just gone.
Ain't nobody want this bitch.
They were there for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and there's another part. Well, again, when you're chopping out giant chunks of episodes. But there's another part later on where it's someone talking. I think it's Destiny talking to Jaime, and you just see it's Destiny talking to Jaime, and you just see Head cleaning and clearing a pistol for no reason.
Yeah, then all of a sudden
he's definitely the enforcer.
Yeah.
No, he was. I did see that. You are correct. Because he was sitting.
Yeah, he's the enforcer of the show.
Yeah.
That's just some lazy naming of characters. I don't know what to call this bald man, so I'm gonna call him Head. Okay.
Give him somebody else has
One
it.
will call the Weeknd Nouveau Wave because that's exactly what that fucking hair is.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Mm-hmm.
I have to use the word vape so we don't get in trouble on YouTube. But did Isaac vape? What's his name? White dude?
No,
I think he just cleaned them.
I think he
turned him over.
Yeah.
Like
he turned him over to untie him.
But he was going.
He's gonna let him go.
So
I thought about it.
I have a theory on that.
I mean, it was degrading enough that he was
We
getting
never saw him
slashed
run
off.
off, did we? We never saw him run off anywhere.
No. So here's the thing: when Isaac gets there, he unties his legs, pulls down his pants, and starts cleaning him. Then flips him over and says, "I'm going to free you because Tedros said to." So I think that's when he goes to untie his hands behind his back. But my theory is, so what's his face?
Yeah, he's just playing straight. He's
No.
straight for pay.
I think that Isaac is very fluid. It's none of that. I think that Tedros told Isaac when he's done cleaning up Xander to service him, because that's absolutely cult tactic. You have you hold down, you trap Xander, you torture Xander, then you clean him up and you make him feel good. That's absolute cult mentality. And the entire time, even when Tedros is the one zapping him, no, it's not him. It's what Joss says. So Tedros isn't the one hurting him, but Tedros is the one sending him to feel better.
Which, can we get into that? Because Jocelyn in that scene where they're shocking Xander, she has like a flip moment where even Tedros looks worried. Like, is she playing me? Is she the one that's in control of all this? Because that bitch is she's on a different level of crazy.
Also, real quick, Jeff, how many cults have you been in? Because you know a lot. I just want to know.
Affiliates have you dated?
Almost been in one, and then I've been scouted for many MLMs.
Wow.
I watch lots of documentaries.
You're a prospect.
MLMs are cults.
Hey, we don't live far from Scientology, so I mean, I understand.
Hey,
right now.
I've got 4 different friends with code phrases in case they think I'm joining a cult to snap me out of it.
Literally, no one has ever offered to me to join a cult.
You feel left out?
I don't want to join one. Don't misunderstand me. But I'd like the invite. Invite me so I can refuse.
Kirsten's lying her ass off, by the way.
I feel the same way about my Instagram. I want somebody to do me a fake Instagram. Why has nobody done a fake one for me? Like,
Why is no one fake?
I'm gonna say, Kirsten,
wait.
What do you think this is right now that we're doing?
Wait. 9, better than that. Kirsten, no one's asked you to join, but how many cults have you started and asked people to join?
I have started none intentionally.
You've got leader vibes all over you.
Because they think I'm fucking amazing. That's all I have. But no one's paying me any cult dues.
Let's watch this scene.
We have matching tattoos.
And
people.
You took everything from me.
In a
You lived
small,
in my fucking house since you were
confined
14.
area.
You've used me for all my fucking worth, and now you're lying to my fucking face about it.
I'm not fucking lying, you stupid bitch!
Tell the fucking truth, Xander.
I don't think he's lying.
Disgusting.
No.
He's not.
He's not.
And
She's
depraved
lying.
your bitch cunt of a mother!
Well,
Yeah. He
Also-
became the abuser.
She said that
Shockingly.
the other, so 2 things there. One, it's not even that she's lying. How would she? Her mom's not going to tell her about the contract, you know. So like that's just something she doesn't know about. So she just can't believe it. And 2, of course he's not lying at that part, but of course he changes his story. That's what torture does. Torture doesn't get you truthful answers. Torture gets answers that get the torture to stop.
Yeah.
Right. And I thought it was really well performed by the actor who plays Xander, because like when he says I'm lying and he says, "What are you lying about?" I was like, "I'm lying about everything. Like whatever. Fuck. I just kind of want this to stop. Like you just like answer, give whatever answer."
That's what waterboarding does. Torture does not provide answers, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. It doesn't provide intel.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Torture's bad.
Every episode has one good moment that's like maybe 15 to 20 seconds long. This was 15 to 20 seconds long.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Oh,
So
and the
Like,
one
you
moment
could've
in the
shocked him once or
bathroom,
twice.
Destiny in the bathroom. That was the other dope moment.
Oh, actually, yeah, Destiny was
in the
Yeah.
bathroom.
oh yeah.
Destiny
Yes.
was
I
the
love that
standout
shot,
for
too.
me.
So-
Except her
Star
first
of
line.
the episode.
They gave her
Destiny
such a
and Chloe.
shitty line. When
But
she
to
was
talk
talking to
about
Jaime.
Coach
Wait, what'd you
before
say,
we
Jerry?
move on real fast, the trauma that they were using, that's a part of a code. I ain't gonna say it, but some of your favorite Hollywood actors are part of that code. They
Oh,
call
yeah.
it auditing.
Mm.
Right.
Auditing.
I used to be in the code. I'll say it. I used to be in the Nation of Islam. I was in the code.
That is a cult.
Yes,
Mhm.
and they linked up with that unmentioned group to
Mm.
train people to do auditing. It's supposed to make you confront childhood trauma,
Right.
and
Mhm.
put you in a state to be more easily molded and controlled
And manipulated. Yeah.
and
Yep.
manipulated. And
That's-
it's
That's a great point because they did that last week. That's exactly what they did.
and they did it with Jocelyn this
Yeah.
episode, not just
Yeah.
her friend since the childhood star days. Oh, my bad. But also, I was looking at but no, but they did it with Jocelyn too, and getting her to admit on her Instagram live about the childhood trauma,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
isolating in this pimp game coach shit.
Exactly.
Him isolating her from Leah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right,
And-
you isolate. That's what a pimp does, and obviously that's what a coach would do. But that's what a pimp would do: isolate you from your family and friends.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad you got to that point.
And he's steady breaking her down too.
Yeah.
Steady breaking it down just like this. Right
Our,
here.
our podcast is
Yeah.
now called 9 Pimp Yards.
Yeah, baby.
Well, I mean,
I told y'all since episode 1, this nigga is
It's more important for you.
oh yeah.
Facts.
The most important part about this scene actually comes after. Like, there's a little break between that part and the next part, and it's the next part when he says, "Leia, if you're gonna work for me, you're gonna have to grow some bigger balls." Because at that point, he's one, very slyly thrown in. Oh no, you're working for me now.
Right.
Yeah.
But two, he's like, oh no, you can still be a part of this. So I'm making you better. I'm making you stronger. But what he's really doing is he's breaking her down, but in a way that's making her not think it. You know,
Right. Yeah.
it's mind games on mind games.
Yeah.
Let me ask this because I want a clarification on this. Sarah, you said big white girl energy.
Oh, thanks, Sarah.
We
I'm really proud of that.
definitely want that. We definitely wanted some clarification on that. Right
What's
there.
up?
Oh, can we get back to Destiny in
Was
this
that
episode?
directed at Jeff?
What's up, girl?
Let's go back to Destiny in this episode. And
Yeah.
Best part of the episode.
this
Standout,
line
yeah.
was delivered well, but it's so cringy the way.
Which
they
one was
wrote
it? There's so many.
This Tedros guy, he's bad. Well, how bad is he? He's a bad motherfucker. Bad to the bone. Like, oh,
Bad to the bone.
why bad to the motherfucking bone? Why?
It's Tedros out here.
Why?
I hate
With details that will raise the hair off of your motherfucking neck. And to make matters worse, while he was in trial, more shit came up. He got hit with a slew of other charges.
Back it up. Back it up. It's before this.
Yeah, before that.
Wait, yeah, it's at the very beginning.
before that.
It's one of the first.
She's really
Mauricio
selling it. Wait,
Costello,
she's really selling it though. She's really selling it.
Bad to the fucking bone.
She deserves her flowers because
Yeah,
how
God
she
bless
delivered
her.
that
How-
line. is
Yeah.
so
All right.
serious.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Bone.
Question for the panel.
Yes.
How many outtakes do you think were just her laughing at that dumb fucking line? I'm saying 5 minimum.
It has to be. It has to be.
Oh, for sure. Because that just
like maybe the Weeknd is kind of like Tedros on set. Is like, you better not fucking laugh at this. This is real art.
right. He's all fucking coked up in the goddamn living room. Like, yeah, and we're gonna get this song done. Don't you like it? You thought it was good? Like,
What are you talking about? He hasn't done any coke that day. What are you talking about?
sit down.
looks like
problem.
looks like Sarah was saying Jocelyn is the big white girl.
Yeah.
Pulling on the shocks on.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay.
I don't
But
mind.
fellas, as
Yeah.
a light skin,
I'm
I
sure.
agree. That was the most light
But
Yes, I like this.
So before we get too far off her, but one Destiny in this episode, I fucking loved how well she played Tedros.
Yeah.
Every single time she's like making little comments about the music, but it's always about Jocelyn's voice. So Tedros,
right. So
she's talking about how great the song is, but like he knows what she's doing, but he knows he can't say anything.
Yeah.
I thought she was just. I love Destiny in this episode. She was the only thing that I liked in this episode.
Yeah, and her sweet moments with Chloe too.
Yeah, Chloe.
Like I loved that scene, that whole scene where Chloe's playing that little keyboard and she's talking to her. She's got a beautiful voice. That really all of Tedros' group are talented, beautiful people. It's weird that they don't really want to fully engage in explaining how he started this cult and why. Every time they bring it up, they pass the buck because they did not have enough dialogue and enough background built up when they filmed this shit.
Or they fumble it.
Yeah, or they fumble it
Just
because
a big
they just
fumble each time.
Let me ask you, Kirsten, do you think, just to your point, do you think that this would have been a better show had they got some of that stuff in episode 1?
Yes. Yes. Because then it would make sense, because now what they're doing that I noticed with this episode, not to ramble on too long, is that they've taken this character of Tedros and they've shifted it all of a sudden in episode fucking 4. Like, you can't do that now. And so now Tedros is all of a sudden a limp dick and a bitch and a short man, and all these jokes are, piling on.
Napoleon.
Right.
Is he this comedic character that you've created, or is he the boogeyman? Pick a lane, because it the tone shifts are all over the fucking place.
Where are we?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
You know what my theory might be? Is that this writer strike, things like this sometimes get planned in ahead. And I feel like they had to hurry up and write this out before the writer strike happened.
Yeah.
And this is
I completely agree.
That's an excuse.
If someone says the writer strike kind of fucked up this rush. Yeah, it just feels so rushed.
Yeah.
That's because it's written by children. It's just written by children.
Kids in a trench coat. Going to see a dirty
pretty sure
movie.
it was all improv, to be honest. But this scene with Destiny walking in and kind of giving the scoop, I love this little transition here. Hold on, let me see if I can grab
Hank Azaria. I feel so bad you had to deal with this.
Great. Yeah.
Let me know every detail, okay? I don't care how small.
dapping people
What
up.
you gonna do? I don't know. But I'll fucking figure it out.
God damn it. I wanted him to have a plan right there.
Right.
You said
Yeah,
you
give
know
me
the wolf
something.
den. You don't know nothing.
Let me ask you a question about that scene that we just paused on. Do you guys get the feeling that Chloe's playing Destiny in that scene a little bit?
Yes.
I did get it a little bit, yeah.
I felt
But I think Destiny's smart enough to know. And so she's playing her too.
But that creepy, hi, I'm Chloe. And then that awkward skip up to her.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think at first she was sent in as the little Trojan horse, and then Destiny's
I have an explanation.
Agreed.
Chloe.
Oh, right here.
Look, it's so creepy.
Come play with us.
Right?
I was gonna let you play it because you should play it first, and then I'll
play first. All right,
Okay.
Hey, Chloe.
Even the music is creepy.
God.
Oh God.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Destiny is my favorite.
Yeah, so this is a great moment. So what she's doing, see, Destiny is a hoe, as we discussed. And what she's doing is she's just oh, hey. Chloe's a hoe, excuse me. Chloe's a hoe. So what she's doing is she's trying to put on her face, oh, hey, how are you doing? She's like the concierge of the hoes. You know what I'm saying? So then she runs into a pimp See, she didn't realize Destiny is also a pimp.
Right.
So she out of pocket.
Yes.
Coming out of pocket.
And then she ran the whole pimp game on her. And then right after that moment, she was in control. Like
she got pimp reverse. It was like reverse Uno pimping.
Reverse Uno pimping. Yeah, that's exactly what I was.
That's when you got to look out for, Blake. That's the bad one.
Well, and the bitch chose, and she chose.
That's a great point. Because don't forget, she is a manager, and her job is to pimp.
Exactly.
So that's a great point.
Because when she's talking to Jaime, also she's like, she's talking about all the bad things that are going on, all the crazy things that are going on, how fucked up everything is. But she also has a caveat, which is, but they making some good motherfucking music up in here.
Right, and she's like, all these kids are talented.
She's aware.
This one that does this, we got another one. We got this. We got this blonde. He got a brunette broad working for him.
She can appreciate the game Tedros is pulling, but she's also already scheming for like, how am I going to get them?
Well, which kill him and take his artist, right?
Yeah,
she has good intentions.
New pimp on the block. He's new pimp on the block, moving in on her fucking territory, and that's not how that's going to go
and
down.
He's trying to get her bottom bitch come out.
But he's a bad pimp, though.
Mike, excuse my language, but he's still in that bottom bitch.
We're gonna say way fucking worse. You're good.
Because this is actually the problem. I don't know if y'all ever seen like Willie Dynamite or like any of the like Superfly or any of them pimp movies, but like.
Hell yeah.
There's good pimps and there's bad pimps. There's gorilla pimps and then there's
gutter pimps. There's
I mean, and you don't always have to hit your girl. You don't always have to.
Right, you can soft pimp.
There's gentleman pimps.
The shit out of them.
That treat them like ladies. And dirty gutter pimps that hit them.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Destiny falls into that line of the latter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's the caviar pimp. She's like, I'm going to buy you nice new dresses. And I'm gonna
make you feel pretty.
Your hair done. Yeah, but if you step out of line, I will lay you out. However, I don't have to do that because you're a good girl, right?
Terry sounds like you know a lot about pimps,
man.
Ever since Terry came back from Japan,
what Terry does.
He been pimping.
Terry's been pimping.
I love Terry's outfit so much. It's like Terry's from the land hidden in the smoke.
I swear he keeps adding layers. Like he keeps adding stuff, and it all matches somehow. I pull more than 2 pimps out of here.
Terry's no basic bitch.
Since we got some people talking about this kid when
like the
again,
whole outfit.
they said,
why is she skipping?
That's what I'm telling you. She's trying to make herself seem innocent.
God.
Well, she is 17.
18. Well, so even after this, when we see them sitting there and she's singing for Destiny, I don't know about you guys, but it sounds to me like she intentionally made her voice sound worse than. Yeah, she definitely she tried to not sound as good as the last episode when we saw her sing about her family, which was amazing.
And then she let it go because Destiny kind of pulled that out of her, and it was
exactly.
I think
I think Destiny knew she was fucking with her.
No, I think that just happened just for the purpose of that scene. They had to make her sound like she had to sound like she didn't know what she was doing in that moment, so that Destiny could coach her through that other moment. To your point, it's just another fucking continuity error that's in this fucking show.
Yeah,
the show fucking sucks.
I will say probably the best thing about this because that song that you're talking about from episode 2 has lived rent free in my head.
That song's good.
Like I have not been able to get that song out of my head.
Yeah,
you were singing it before we came on. I was
living it before.
Well, I mean,
I'm crying alone.
Yeah, so your tongue wants to retreat.
Yeah, it does.
Cover. Ooh, but you want it out. Ooh.
I was kind of like surprised by that too.
Right.
I was like,
the echo was going to be an issue.
Oh yeah, that actress is phenomenal.
You were surprised that a large black woman could sing like that.
I mean, like everybody can sing. Everybody in the world can sing all of a sudden. Shit.
In the hood.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
You play the bass right now. Like that's
Yeah,
just,
you know how to play the bass. No, you know how to play the bass. That's just how.
Oh God, that episode of South Park.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh my God.
I kind of regret this because I hate musicals, but I feel like this show would work better as a musical.
What do you have? Okay, I know because it's going to be a departure, and we want to keep a schedule here, fellas. But I have to know why the fuck you hate musicals, Terry. Like,
I don't fucking know. Just get to the point.
Kumail Nanjiani.
Gotta say, and they're just long. I've only seen one musical that I liked, and it was Cats. But I was fucked up.
What was the one you liked? What?
I was geeking when I saw that shit on Broadway. It was tight.
Not like the movie, right?
Not the movie. I saw
the Broadway show.
Oh, thank God.
No,
Okay.
none of these things are acceptable. None of these things.
All of this. Beauty and the Beast didn't like it. Book of Mormon, man. Lion King, it was all right.
Phantom of the Opera?
You've seen way
The
more
only
musicals
type was
than
like
someone
at the
that
beginning when
doesn't
the
like
chandelier
musicals
exploded.
Yeah, why have you seen so many musicals?
To try to make myself like musicals. Like,
right,
no,
you hate
I'm
them,
not
but you're at
giving
every
up
single
on
one.
them.
He's
I'm
willing.
A streetcar called Desire. Terry's like, meh.
And I didn't really like it.
Cat on a hot
Terry's willing.
I'm willing to.
Terry's willing to defend his hatred, guys. That's why he's seen so many.
I was willing to defend him, but he said Cats was his favorite.
Cats was
Christ,
the
I can't
jam,
do anything
boy.
with that. I can't defend
Straight
him.
up.
Jellicles.
I was
For a stallion, for his stables.
Come on, man.
And
I'm not making much.
It's just so funny that Tedros follows
Hey,
the
Mike,
rules.
you need to
Just-
cut in on his game, bro. Austin got theaters.
What did y'all think about Rob?
Oh God! So we're all in agreement that Xander and Sophia are setting Rob up, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like Sophia's going to say that Rob R-worded her.
No, that Sophia
gonna
girl
get
was
to
like
that. We're gonna
50.
get
Now
to
that
that.
he's
I was-
cheating
Oh.
again. 'Cause
Nine times
remember
we're
he
gonna get
cheated.
to it. We're gonna get to it later.
Crying alone. I'm crying alone. A lonely cry.
She's about to be my number
Well,
one bitch.
She's
So-
like, seems so like conflicted right there. I love it.
Right?
She's like,
Yeah.
well, goddamn. Okay.
But to the Roy and Xander and Sophia, I don't think cheating's enough because in Tedros's mind, Rob did the worst thing someone can do. He took something from him. So I think it's going to be like those are like, oh, that's how they're hanging out earlier in the night, and then Sophia is going to claim that Rob R-worded her.
Think so, or maybe she's underage. Is Sophia underage?
Yep.
That's what
Call
I
it
was
fake.
thinking.
I think
That
she
could work
was.
too.
That's
Yeah.
what I was
It's
thinking.
bizarre. Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit of the situation where Destiny was talking to Chloe and she was like, I'm 18.
Yes.
And then they said that they met like a few years ago. So I already know it's a messed up situation.
And then Destiny had mentioned.
Yeah, that was the first hint I had, too.
This girl. Remember, she said to was it Jaime, and he got these girls over here, specifically implying underage.
Right.
So that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. That's what I told Nine when we watched it instantly.
Yeah.
I was like, I think that girl is underage, and they're gonna try to,
Yeah.
whatever. But
I think no matter what it is, Tedros is going to use that to try and get Rob some jail time, like literal law trouble, not just ruin his reputation. No, he needs to ruin his life now.
He's so stupid. He don't know it's gonna blow back on him. Like it's like I just robbed a bank, but down the street somebody else robbed a bank, so I'm gonna call the police.
Prince told him to do it. He saw the Prince portrait and got the idea. Prince told him.
That purple rain.
I straight knocked you out, but I'm gonna call the police and say it was you. What's wrong with fucking people?
Blouses.
You slapped me after I shot you with a gun, so I'm going to call the police on you for assault.
Yeah.
Right.
That's Karen move, ain't it?
Yeah. In the state of Nevada, you all going.
Taking so many strays, though.
Dude, this.
Strays
Yep.
out here.
Right. She can't even pee. This poor
like,
girl.
Can I go pee? Like, nah. We'll all sit
She
in
can.
silence.
She can pee.
We all wait. We'll all wait. No, we'll all wait. While she goes pee. We'll just all wait.
Thanks, guys. I'll be back. I'll make it quick. Hang on.
We'll all wait while you
We'll
play
wait.
this, Nine. We'll just wait while you play this.
Leia, shut the fuck up, Leia.
Shut the fuck up.
I was talking to her. She was just responding. Baby, it's okay.
Oh, baby, it's so funny that you just yell at women like that.
Like, come
Well,
on, man. Like,
And that's like the fourth time he yelled at her.
Yeah,
Right.
even though
In that
Leia's
day.
white, I would have been totally cool if she would have been like, "Nigga, are you serious?"
You get one. Here,
Let's-
use it now.
Let's be honest. That was probably in the original script.
And if I was Isaac, I would have tapped her and told her, tell that nigga.
Yeah, no, you know what? Again, why does she be fucking with Isaac? Like, don't listen to a nigga.
Because he's a sexy, flexy nigga.
Never listen to a nigga got two different color eyebrows. I'm trying to tell you.
Hey.
Your mom said that.
Hey.
Your mama said that as well.
Damn. That's what I was going to bring up.
You can be as sexy
Oh
and
my
flexy
God.
as you want, but if you don't stand up for me when some crazy niggas yelling at me, then we got issues.
Right? That's what I'm
Right, like,
saying.
that's-
She need to get with a
that's
chunky
it.
boy like me, you know?
Hey.
You still got the shorty
Fluffy.
ropes, he's still problematic.
Right.
Because he helped head go get my man. Done take my man.
Dude, fucking
Xander.
Right. When he tried to run away.
He's just a goon.
Right.
At that point.
So
but before then, we get this right
Oh,
here.
yeah.
So,
this
We've
reveal.
been talking about this like since the beginning. Like first episode, we're like,
Yeah.
this is the setup.
Yeah.
She seems like a
this should have come so much sooner.
Tedros little birds, right? His little birds that
Mhm.
he's going to like call out or like send out to get more birds back.
Right.
But
Yeah,
it
that's
seems
a
like
great
she blew up. It turned out well for her.
Mm.
And there's like a kind of a toxic trait for all of this.
Oh,
that's
like
going on,
Tedros
right?
set this up so that she would be able to take Jocelyn's original song, setting up.
He definitely
I didn't
did.
think he was that fucking smart, but cool.
He
Right.
definitely did. But this is the thing, though. I think, like, to Jeff's point, like, he said that this should have happened sooner. I just don't feel like it should have happened sooner. I feel like it happened at the right time because it makes Tedros's house of cards come down towards like at the end of this episode.
Well, if they had another episode.
So Doc puts two and two together finally and realize he's getting the okie doke.
So let me ask you a question though. Do you think Chloe would have tipped her off if Destiny hadn't started turning her?
Yeah, because Chloe was only tipping her off because she did that on accident. She was on Molly. Yeah,
I think she still knew what she was doing.
I don't think she knew. No, because like Molly is.
She's such a mature old person.
Truth serum.
It's like a truth serum. You know, they used to use Molly in therapy. That's how it originally got, popular. And so I think she was just divulging the truth with something she couldn't handle because she was so messed up. And they also all they do is party and drink and party and the Molly bar.
And they snort.
Yeah, you're right. They do butt stuff too sometimes too. So
Yeah, so this did seem like a very real but also fake slip up.
Like intentional.
It could have been either.
Yeah.
Maybe she wants to see the downfall of Tedros. Is that what you guys are calling?
So
maybe too.
Yes.
Like the abuse has to stop.
So I'm wondering if Chloe's smarter than everyone thinks, and I think that Chloe's finding a way out of Tedros, and she's using Destiny to kind of get what she wants because Tedros isn't the way to do it. It's either that, or she just is that young and naive. And it's very like, even if you're like lying about your age or something, like if someone asks you point blank in the middle of a conversation, you don't have the the 17 comes out naturally, but you know.
Yeah. Well, like not to hand the Weeknd a compliment, but I was just thinking that maybe he's a little smarter than we're giving him credit for. I mean, we know that he is. And I think that a lot of his portrayal is based around Charles Manson. They're Mansonites. Yeah. They're all laying up on this ranch underneath this charismatic figure who has a god complex. Unfortunately, they're just so silly about it that you can't like settle into how spooky and weird they all are. Because again, they shifted tone. Tedros was supposed to be so scary, and then this episode they went out of their way to make him look so incredibly stupid and lame. I don't get it.
It's just like Ophelia just mentioned something like that right now in the comments. You know, why is Isaac scared of the Weeknd? Like,
right? You're a
way bigger
7 feet tall. Weeknd is 5'4".
He's not. He's not scared of him. He loves him.
Yeah, he is.
He
he loves him. That's his leader.
Look at the way that he looks at Leia every time she speaks up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because
he's like, this dumb bitch.
Go get popped.
He's like, he's playing.
Hold on, who is this black lady that showed up?
Yeah, who is that?
Because she just straight up shut the fuck up. We never even seen her before.
She just manifested.
Go to the bathroom, is that what you said? Please, just for like a minute. Just 1 minute. Just one. Right? Just it's Jaws.
No, I know. I heard.
Shut the fuck up, Leia.
Go to the bathroom, is that what you said?
Yeah, like she was about to dog it right there.
Oh, he did. Shut the fuck up, Leia.
Actually, let me get something from Blake. Blake, let me give me a classic analysis with this one, bro. With like the episode so far.
In regards to what? Like manipulation? What do you mean?
Tell us if you found any
that Tedros has been. I mean, he kind of like already infiltrated the house. He's fulfilling his mission right now, but then the cracks begin to show. Give me some game on that right there,
bro. It's classic. It's classic cult leader. I don't know if they're trying to portray him as a cult leader or a pimp or something like that, but like he's a manipulator. And like why like, but like why though? Like like you would see like a class, like you watch old footage. I'll say this, like you watch footage of like cult leaders and you're like, man, how could people fall? But I get it. Like they've got the Riz. The kids call it the Riz, right? Bro, you can't tell me this dude has Riz. He's got no Riz.
None.
Yeah. I don't get it.
He's not
Blake.
smooth. He's not chill. He's not cool.
No.
So Blake, let me ask you about this one. Being our resident relationships expert.
Yes, you got all the Riz.
So why, of all things, when Rob, the ex, shows up, why does Tedros challenge him to a drinking contest?
That is weird.
And he keeps pouring himself stronger. See, I thought if it was something else besides vodka, I thought maybe he was like pouring Henny and stuff. I'm gonna be like, oh no, this boy's about to go off that Henny. He's ready to fight. He's getting himself drunkered up. He's about to kung fu box this dude.
No,
Rob
instead you got the drunk girl pukes where you're like,
yeah, but it's
you don't think you've
swallowed it like a
I'm gonna cry in the bathroom.
9.
I thought he was like, oh,
I don't think you've ever paused better in your life.
He said what?
I said I don't think you've ever paused better in your life.
Like just look at
it. Yeah. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep it right here.
My original thought is I thought he was gonna slip something in Rob's shot.
No,
I think Rob knocks down and move him.
What we've seen of this character, right? Like he's just a partier. So why not challenge somebody in the battle realm of where you're like, you're not gonna out party me, you're not gonna out drink me. Like I know how to do this better than you.
But
and then it backfires because
shots for himself
it backfires.
Rob.
Right, because he's pouring more for him, and he's already been partying. Like Rob is like got an empty tank, bro. Like he's coming in fresh. He's coming in fresh, yeah. And then I think he tries to flip it by the end to be like, well, maybe I could kind of like fight. Maybe if I play fight, but like turn it on for real, like this will be a thing. And Rob's like, make sure you keep your hands up. Don't get crazy. And then the best part of the scene that I think nobody's talking about, and I shout out to Mike Dean for coming on the show. First of all, like I know he does some music for this, but shout out for him coming on the show. Like he's a great producer.
Yes,
but the music that he plays.
I looked him up.
He a real dude, bro. I told you.
Apparently,
yeah.
I told you this like 2 weeks ago.
I feel so fucking bad that I.
Why don't you listen to me? Well, nobody listened to the token Mexican guy on the show. Anyway, bro, like when he tells Mike Dean to play something in the background and the type of music he plays, I'm like, this is ridiculous.
That was hilarious.
God, he was star of the scene, Mike Dean.
Can we go to that scene where he looks at the cameras?
We need some music, matches the vibes over here, man.
He's so drunk.
It's so dramatic.
There's a scene.
Can you imagine if he played like Circus Calliope music, like,
right?
Just start fucking with him hard.
I think there's a scene before that. I mean, a part before that in that scene that like he looks right at the camera.
It's like basically like right at it.
Because one of them says something. I don't know what he said. I don't know what Tedros said, but he was like, "Ooh."
I think I found it. Hold on. Let me see if I got it right here.
Look for it. I do want to. I thought that this was an interesting potential opportunity to, like, as we were saying before in the show, they were trying to exemplify how intimidating Tedros is. I thought this was an interesting moment where, like, Rob shows up. He's clearly less drunk than Tedros is. Tedros gets really, really drunk, and then like Tedros washes him anyway.
That ass.
Like, I thought that would have been interesting.
Right, that's what I thought was happening. I thought he was about to get off that hen and just go at him, hands all day.
The thing
but you know what
is dealing with a also like established famous person, right?
Right.
So I think it's like the jealousy, and I mean I think that's like the main song of this episode. It was like I'm a
jealous guy.
Literally the fucking chorus. Right,
I'm a jealous man.
You could
be mean when you look this clean. I'm a jealous.
So I'm also realizing, and Alex, you made me realize this. I think a part of it is Rob's from the outside. All the people that are intimidated by Tedros have been surrounded and stuck with him for so long. Yeah. Rob's coming from the outside, like, who's this fucking joke?
Right.
Surrounding group or whatever. But this is the part that you're talking about right here.
What are you, a faggot?
Oh. Literally looked straight into the goddamn camera.
I'm just concerned about you, man.
Best scene in the entire show. I don't mean episode. I mean the show.
I mean, that's best scene. Like, I was like, what in the world? Did you just look into the camera? I was like, this is ridiculous. What are we watching? I feel like I'm watching a Dolomite movie right now.
They couldn't like CGI his eyes out or something.
That's how you know this is a comedy. This is 100% a dark comedy.
100%.
Oh, Jesus.
100% a dark comedy.
Todd
Salandas couldn't direct something better than this shit right now.
But his use of that homophobic language is interesting and funny, but it's interesting because it may even reveal the answer to the question that, I mean, he knew he couldn't physically beat Rob up and in other ways, the fame and all that. So, yeah, maybe he thought, I'm a party guy, I'll be getting fucked up, so I'll challenge him to the fuck up. And then he used something because obviously the character, maybe even Weeknd himself, is really more an effeminate man.
He's known to be very homophobic.
And his crew are doing a lot of gay shit. So for him to use not just a homophobic slur, but such a strong and vitriolic slur, is really interesting as well.
And that's a good point. Because
to make sense of it, he hasn't watched any of the previous episodes.
Well, so he didn't see that whole "I'm not gay" scene.
Like,
yes, exactly.
Because that really,
he hasn't even seen
it. Turns on a dime,
like in the fucking store in front of everybody. So, like, you're definitely
you're dead on with that one.
Damn.
Also, in this scene, I mean, in this show, we find out that he's already told Jocelyn about him going to prison. And he doesn't like to talk. He doesn't like to talk about prison.
Ooh.
Only people I know who don't like to talk about prison are the people who had bad
relations,
run-ins with Fleece Johnson.
They the boys. They the boys in prison. That's what they call them, the boys.
You been in prison?
It's very funny stories going on.
Some of the best stories you can tell are like jail stories. On the humor side.
Hey, Mike Dean, everybody. Let's look at these comments really quick.
Bro, so many comments. Everybody loves Mike Dean.
Right. Let's see here.
And Tedros.
I don't know if love is the proper term.
Right?
Tolerate.
Tedros was on his Andrew Tate.
I love how surprised Tedros seems too when she's like, Leia hates you. He's like, what?
The audacity.
She doesn't like
I've been so kind to her this entire time.
Your goal. But I do want to say real quick, have y'all noticed that
I told you to shut the fuck up.
Tedros let his hair down, as it were? Like, it's not a rat tail anymore, it's a ponytail. He's comfortable at home.
Yeah, like he put it all out. Yeah, he put it all out. We skipped right past this thing right here.
Oh yes,
right here.
Oh, we don't know.
Oh god,
there's a reason we skipped right past it. We didn't want to talk about it.
I have one comment on it.
That's all you can play.
Why?
All right. Well, all right. Everybody do their one comment. We're starting with Mike Dean here.
All right. My one comment is, so it starts off with Mike Dean's boy and people being embarrassed for her and laughing at her. But by the end of it, even they're uncomfortable and not looking at her, the situation, or even each other.
Right. Great observation.
That one turned real hard.
Yeah. That one got really weird really quickly.
There's nothing else to say about that.
Yeah, that wraps
Moving
it up
on.
pretty
Moving
clean.
on.
Yeah.
Drunk.
Also, he's trying to be Prince.
Oh well.
I will just say to the point of like the situation with Mike Dean where they were like into it and then like laughing at it and then they just got uncomfortable. I don't think the creators realized that that's exactly what the audience was gonna do. Where they're this is so funny, it's bad, and now I just feel I have an uncomfortable erection.
Yeah, this has gone on way longer than.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Sarah Haley.
Why is it longer than the
100%?
Right, it was.
Tedros rap sheet was peak LA girl explaining her.
we all have that one friend that's
Yeah.
like, well, girl, I mean, it's fine. He just sells drugs to older people, not teenagers. And you're like,
Not to
girl,
kids.
he is going to kill you.
I mean, he was choking his ex-girlfriend, and can you believe it? That bitch hit him.
He hit him.
What?
Yeah. But you know what? Like he was just back like a little bit.
Disco ball glitter. I thought he wanted Rob to get drunk so he'd miss his flight to involve that chick over for the selfie to imply the cheating. No, I don't think he was thinking that far ahead at first.
No, he's not that
I
far.
think that plan came to fruition when he saw like Jocelyn was like actually, happy to see him, jumped on him and like brought him upstairs.
And it's not gonna work because Jocelyn already knows that dude didn't do nothing. Like she already knows that Tedros is full of shit.
Yeah.
So like none of this is gonna pull to fruition. That should have happened like when he walked in or something. I don't know. That was it was pointless.
Also,
we got
comment,
derailed. We got
this comment right here. This comment
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
This describes how I feel about the whole show. To be honest, it starts off funny, then gets
And then
uncomfortable.
Terry, what you feel about this one?
I love you so much.
He's just like actually
one review where I saw how it was just saying that this show is trying to be striptease and failing. Like I never thought I'd be the person to be like, you know what? Sometimes sex and nudity just doesn't sell and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, this show made me gave up.
It was making me think of this song, and it was like, does sex sell anymore? And I was like, man, sex does not sell anymore. Like we've seen it all, and like this show just makes it not fun. It makes nudity and all the sexual scenes just not fun.
You know
it's
how
not
crazy it is for you to make us degenerates like just appealing to your shit. Like that takes a lot of
That
work.
no one in this group is turned on by any of this is
Yeah, none of us at all.
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 people that are like, ugh.
We haven't
This
seen one
again.
twerk the entire.
I was turned on Rob Smash, though.
Gratuitous is the word, and I never thought I'd use that.
The fact that we're all so exhausted seeing her nipples week after
So
week,
tired.
like everybody,
Bro,
the whole internet is like
done.
nips again.
I'm
It's
done.
sad.
Yeah.
Nine, what was your boy
Good
saying?
nips, good nips.
Nine, what was your boy saying?
Kirsten,
Hmm?
on this scene, what you got for us?
Well,
Making her
first of
talk
all,
about it.
She looks like a dirty Ninja Turtle right there. She was like, and make sure you double knot it. Like he's gonna let it be loose or some shit.
Like she's in control of it. She had her.
She's
like,
being
what
a
the fuck?
brat. She's being a brat. She's
You
trying
talking
to
about,
come off from the bottom, but she's not good at it.
You talk about clitotella?
Don't fall out.
Double
When
knot.
you stop it from the bottom, it's annoying. Nobody likes that.
Like,
This is the-
are you
double
really
knot.
going to be able to
It's not
feel
gonna be
the
any
double
timing.
knot?
Yeah.
If he,
Well, the whole time that he's like caressing her, which is the most unsexy caressing I've ever seen, and he's just like, I don't know, he's like wash eyeing her hips.
right, I was gonna
So
say,
awkward.
imagine if you started this episode there. This would be the most awkward
What the
movie
hell?
of
Leia's
content ever.
face.
Yes.
I want to
Even
get
Isaac's face, he's disgusted. He afraid.
I don't know. I think Isaac's sitting there like, why the fuck did I dye this eyebrow?
Right. What lotion is he using though? Because he's always shiny as fuck. He
That's
looks
Vaseline,
hydrated
girl.
as
That ain't no
shit.
lotion.
Goes through a tub a day, girl.
You got on Vaseline and baby oil.
Right? Yeah, he's just baby oil up.
Looking like Damon Triple OG.
He was
like a rotisserie chicken from Walmart.
So you're saying tasty?
Have you been watching?
Seeing that glance he gave to Destiny, no, Isaac was like, no, it's a little too.
He was kind of like, please take me out of here, Daddy Pimp. He made eye contact with
Take
another.
her temperature.
And he's just like, my pimp's out of pocket. I got to get out of
He's
here.
so much shorter than her.
He really is.
He had to stand on his tippy toes to flick her bean.
Oh my god.
We got one. We got a bean joke.
That's like the most derogatory thing I think I've heard on this podcast.
I'll get worse.
And I've been on this podcast several times.
I mean, there's no other way to describe what he was doing.
Yeah.
Very,
but I think Mike Dean was on to something when he said going back to Prince. Because that's what I said to Nine when we were watching it live. I was like, I wonder if Prince did that with Vanity, Apollonia, and all them. Not Sheila E. Sheila E. wasn't gonna buy that shit with
her daddy wouldn't go.
Isn't the rumor that he did that with Michelle Pfeiffer when making the Batman soundtrack?
That is a rumor. That is the rumor that was out.
Yeah, the rumor is those are real sex sounds in that song.
I'm glad that you guys said that because I didn't
that.
kind of go with that last week, but there is the scene in this show, in this episode where Rob is in there with Jocelyn in the room, and he, Tedros is all sad. He's sitting on the ground and he looks up at the picture, and he's like, "What Prince do right now?"
Prince loves
Help me, Prince.
I cried too. I was like, what would Prince do? He wouldn't bang on the door.
Like none of this.
Except the famous moment.
Speaking of the scene with Rob, though, it was cracking me up because they were trying to make it like sexy and like he really cares about her, but it was so stilted and awkward because she would like go over there and start, trying to hump his leg, and he's like, "So what about your mother that died? Let's get into that."
And we talk about your trauma.
Right? Shut the fuck up. So
And it was weird too because he kept going in. I'm like, she about to burn this nigga. What is going on?
Right? I mean,
hang on. On that note, the ash on that cigarette at that point, like it was like half the cigarette.
Oh yeah,
bro.
That was the most impressive part of the show.
What are you doing? Stop that.
Man, from experience, sex with cigarettes, not a good call.
Not a good thing. Or blood.
Save it for after.
Leave the fire out of it.
And there's bears. Hot rocks go flying.
Although oh, sorry, no, you were about to leave.
Fucked up.
I done burned my own self with a cigarette trying to fuck with a cigarette.
Yeah, exactly. You roll over too fast, it's a bad day.
Right here, you know, Leia describes it as assault, but we see that Isaac doesn't.
Yeah. And no one is saying anything. Like,
That lipstick he's got on makes his lips look
anything.
ashy.
I don't know where Jaime is. They're all letting this psychopath exploit her.
Yeah, maybe.
Man, that scene made me think, like, I get why Destiny and Jaime are keeping Leia out of the loop, but now it's backfiring because now she's spilling everything to Isaac. But also, like, why the fuck would you tell Tedros' lieutenant
What did I just say?
all this shit? Don't go to him with your concerns.
Why talk to him? Don't talk to him. Don't trust the dude with his 2 eyebrows, 2 different color eyebrows.
He's literally like Two-Face right now. Like,
he's a super villain. This dude is a super villain.
He's enamored by the flex.
The flexy.
The sexy flexy.
Sexy
Too much
flex.
for her.
Yeah,
The flexy sexy.
The worst person you can confide in.
I mean,
Tedros is bottom bitch. But yeah, sorry.
And I mean, but I'm saying, like, he's bottom bitch.
But is he
so
bottom
built.
or is he mid bitch?
He's so built, right? That I'm like, yeah, he could. I mean, he's literally picking up motherfuckers and carrying them back to Tedros. So obviously he could pick up Tedros, throw him
And
away.
throw him across the room. Yeah.
Him and Leia could be happy.
Physically over.
Well, I mean,
but he's, you know, it's a psychological effect that he has.
Yeah.
Once a man's rod's been inside of you, you know, it's
that electricity.
who was the dude in the Manson family? He was way bigger than Manson. He could have destroyed Manson.
Yeah,
but it was Manson had the
Tex?
hold on him.
Right. That's
Yeah,
true.
Tex.
Text,
Text?
yeah.
Oh, Manson, baby. Let's talk about it, baby.
Isaac is be like, you know, when Tedros is around, I'll be quiet. But when he leaves,
When he leave, I'll be talking again.
Serious smoky energy. You
Oh
got
God.
You know what the one of the most damning thing is though? Is that
The writing?
I actually started liking Jocelyn's music after Tedros.
Yeah.
got on. Like,
Yeah.
I think you're
And it
supposed
makes
to.
me sad.
Can we go to
That,
one
whatever
scene
it's from.
and it's when they're recording stuff and she's like, and Destiny is describing the kids that can sing, but there's this like where Jocelyn is
Oh,
like on the
God.
floor with that
Oh,
one
yeah.
lady on that one part. Who was that? Like, who was that chick? And like, what
She's
is she-
new.
That song
Yeah.
also
But I think
sucked.
she's an artist though. She like all of these people are like artists. Like
There's someone else. I know who you're talking about. I don't remember her name. They mentioned her at some point in the show, but it wasn't the same one that was on the floor with her.
Oh, okay. So that's somebody else.
I'll get it in a second. I got it going.
How many people were in this house?
There was so many
82.
people in this episode. New people, like the black lady who told Leia to shut up, like the lady who was on the floor. You know, it's just a lot of new faces. But I think that has to do with what you were talking about, Terry, earlier. In the episode, like talking about how so many things got cut out.
Yeah.
Like just a chopping.
And
It's
just
a
smushed
hodgepodge of bullshit.
Yeah. A lot of
this is the
extras
part-
got bumped up
But
that day.
God bless the
Speaking
editor.
roles.
God bless this editor, because they're trying to do something, because they definitely
They're working with
hodgepodge.
fuck all, though.
There's no way they are lying their ass off talking about, well, we intended this to be 5 and it's no, you're lying. You would not have made 6. It was 6 episodes. Amy Simons was like, this is actual bullshit. I don't want to put my name on it no more. She backed out, and now we're at got to 5.
we cut to this right here. Back to her. And they're like gassing her up, man.
Yes,
I don't think we've ever done this before.
I was like, they definitely did that shit before. But
did
why
they do
would you
Jocelyn?
ever roll up there without a lawyer? Like
She's an idiot.
Someone to represent you.
'Cause
Like,
she's
at
new.
least bring Tedros then.
Tedros?
Right. Is Tedros the only person she knows that she can do these things with, or what?
Absolutely.
Like, we need cocaine,
Yeah, pretty much.
Look, man, come on. 9. How many times we gotta go over this, man? She's a hoe. Oh, she's a real bottom bitch, so she don't know nothing outside.
She's a hoe. I know she's a hoe.
Pink right there, man. That's
She don't know
Black
nothing
Pink.
outside of Tedros. That's all her life is. A pimp named Tedros. That's her life.
They were really gassing her up, man.
This is going on so long. I don't remember if Tedros is a joke or if his name is really Tedros. At this point, reality it has crossed over.
It's Mauricio.
It was a good juxtaposition
world-class center
of the type of game that Tedros is running. They was running that game in their own corporate way on the little Filipino or Asian girl, whatever she is.
I think that was the original intention of the show, was to show the similarities between an actual cult leader and the legit music industry. The girl's name is Ramsey. She's the songwriter.
She's the punk writer. She wrote a couple of the songs. She wrote the song that she sung when she was getting molested.
Yep. No. She's the one who wrote the how's the stupid fucking song go? The void. Yeah, Into the Void. Which is a contradiction, by the way. I don't want to decide anything on my own. Finally, I'm alone.
Right.
That's what? Anyway.
Yeah, that's what
I think
it should have been retitled "I'm a Punk Bitch."
I don't want to make decisions.
You're just giving that away. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. I'd still be married if my ex-wife didn't want to make decisions.
Do you guys remember back when stories used to have when you used to have to read between the lines before they just spoon-fed you the point? I don't want to make decisions.
Oh, back when they thought we were all smart? Yeah.
Right. Oh, sorry. But that's what I think the idea of the show was supposed to be, hey, look about how the corporate music world is using people the same as this cult leader. And then they let The Weeknd write some shit, and then they're like, let's just throw all that away and put 2 points of it in here.
Right. Exactly. They're talking about your face on t-shirts, multi-million-dollar marketing campaign. Yeah, they got her. They got her for real.
That's why
I don't think we've ever done something before. Yeah. Because she was like, "Oh, I finally got out."
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Her dream, and she was probably overwhelmed. I mean, at different points in our lives, we might have had dreams or minor dreams or whatever, and at the point that they started to come to fruition, we might have felt overwhelmed in that moment.
Yeah. Let's see.
I have a dream that this show will end just with this season.
Jocelyn having the little meet with the
writer
Talia, I think,
whatever. And this plot line is just so weird to me. I just really don't like. Yeah. I don't know. It's just so little that I'm like. Oh,
did you watch the preview?
The thing.
Did you watch a preview for the next episode?
No.
No, I haven't.
Why would I do that to myself?
That's why it's in this. There will be something in the next episode that they had to have a reason to tie it.
Right. I forgot about this right here. Oh my God. The Batman scene.
I thought he was about to
Yeah, so did I.
Sure, yeah.
The Booty Bandit. What's my man's name? I want you, and I got to have
Reese Johnson. He's out. He's back on the parole on the prowl.
Okay, so here's the Batman scene. Right here. I'm gonna see if I can pause it.
Bro,
come on, man.
I like man.
With the fucking sunglasses.
I thought he was about to take it. At this moment, in my mind, I was like, bro, this might be too far from me.
I thought he was just going to kill him. I didn't even think about it like that.
I thought he was about to call me the booty snatcher.
Well, and that's the thing where
right when he said futile odds. I watched Star Trek.
resistance.
Here's the thing. How's he sneaking around this house so effectively in these gabardine pants and this fucking windbreaker?
Chelsea, because he knew his career was over.
Boom!
Because he knew he was never gonna work in this fucking industry again. That's why. I would too.
I've never seen Euphoria, but I did.
It's so good.
Malcolm and Marie, and I was
want
like,
to now.
I think that I might not like this Sam Levinson guy. He might not be. And I think this is just like reinforcing my opinion on that because he just.
I think you should check out Euphoria.
Yeah, Euphoria's great.
Yeah, I get it. I get why he gets the. He got the big bucks for this one, but man,
I mean, this show just reminds me of like the later Saw movies, where it's like, just because there's lots of blood and gore doesn't mean it's gonna be a good horror movie. Just because you're showing fucked up shit doesn't mean it's a good fucked up show.
Again, how do you make tits unsexy? Like you did that shit. Never.
That's how
you wear that. Out.
This show is exactly how.
Yeah.
But really, how? Like how else besides this show would you do it? Like somebody formulated a way to make.
I used to love titties.
Do we think that in like 15 years this show will be really good, like Striptease?
No.
When Striptease came out, it was it ended what's her name's career. She never did anything after that. She was gone.
Are we talking about Striptease or the Elizabeth Berkley movie?
That's the one. Showgirls. Correct. Showgirls.
Showgirls. Yeah. I liked it. I didn't care what y'all thought. I was like AC Slater. I ain't get it like that. I know that's right. I was in there trying to learn how to dance like that. He was OG Bobby Johnson.
It's not going to reach Showgirl status. There's no fucking way.
Showgirls was, it just made strip clubs not sexy.
Well, do you guys think that? Do you think Lilly-Rose Depp did this for the same reason What's-Her-Face did Showgirls? Because she was like, I want people to see me as an adult. I got to do something, so I'll show my titties so people will stop seeing me in just child roles.
But why would she need to? Because she hasn't done anything childlike.
Right?
She's been a model for years. Right. Yeah.
The only thing I've seen her in before this was Yoga Hosers, which sucked.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to say that, Kevin Smith, but come on.
I want to go to the comments here. Chelsea said, do you think this is Sam Levinson's The Room? And I think you have a point here because it's
but check out Othelius's response.
It's The Weeknd's Room. Right?
Yeah, they're proud of this.
It's actually
and then you go saying The Room is better than this one. I do want to jump back.
At least The Room is funny.
Yeah,
I like The Room, but it's not supposed to be funny, so that's the thing. But anyway,
who are all these bitches? Were they all there before?
Right? Yes.
He's like running a brothel now.
Right.
Like extra people just magically showed up.
It's like when they go to brothels and you pick one out. They're all lined up. It's a cattle call.
Man, how much plastic does that one have in her lips?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Just a slight bit. It's very natural looking.
She's the artist. She's a singer and songwriter.
See, there's homeboy in the back. He's
That's
like,
right. Yeah, that is Ramsey.
Line up with these motherfuckers no more.
Why is he shirtless?
Forward.
Shit, why not?
He's always looking like my man from Sons of Anarchy that Marilyn Manson raped.
Juice.
Yes, he looked like
right. Juice got done dirty. How many guns does Head have tattooed on him?
As many guns as he owns.
There's one on his bicep. He's got one like right on his breastbone.
Yeah. I would love that if every time he buys a new gun, he gets.
Yeah.
The cops are like, "Thank you."
I want to know what y'all doing if this trio tells you to step forward.
Fucking them up.
I'm not.
I'm trying to run.
Hands. I'm already leaving. You're not carrying me back down the stairs.
Well, I'll tell you like this.
He's looking like me.
Tell you like this, man.
You want me looking forward or him? You met him, right?
That's why I carry a knife on me. If he asks me to step up, I'm stepping up with a knife.
I'm telling you what. I'm not lying. I'm not telling the truth the first time. I'm telling you whatever you want to hear the second you put that fucking collar on me.
I'm
Because
not
you're
involved in
crazy
this
enough.
situation to start with. I'm not. Like at any point would somebody with that crusty, dry ponytail walk up to me and demand some shit? Oh, fuck up. Not today.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm doing this right here.
Isaac's eyebrows got him always looking confused.
I'm doing this.
Isaac,
Yeah, fuck no, I'm out of here. Woo!
He lives in this house. How did he not know some secret places to hide from these people?
I'm turning around right here once I know that he fell, and then roundhouse kick in.
Yeah, Xander's the fighter of the group.
But he had one thing working against him. He white. He couldn't outrun the nigga. Isaac was on his ass like Usain Bolt.
He's an African. You're not going to outrun him.
Superman right there. I was like, God damn.
Still.
Best thing he could have done, grab a couple of those billiard balls and just try and throw it at him.
Right.
Yeah, see, he played it wrong.
But no, they was wrong with that because they misrepresented gay people in that one. Because I know some gay people, and they know bullshit faster than we do. He would have, if it was a real gay, he would have got low early.
Wait a minute. Can we just say if he was a real gay, he would have? I just want to make sure I heard that right because that's hilarious.
It's the tagline for the episode.
I do feel
he wouldn't have been caught. He would have been gone. They would have been looking for him after he in Hawaii and shit.
True, Xander.
Yes,
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Tedros, please don't shock me for 1 second, okay? Please. You don't understand the fucking years that this bitch has taken from me. The fucking career that I could have had, the life that I could have had.
But she's right there. She looks evil as fuck, all snake-eyed.
She cries so much in this goddamn show, bro.
Yeah. But, well, it's because she's watching her career go down the toilet.
I don't know about that. I think
she got the text from her. Amber Heard was like, "That's why I did your daddy dirty."
Wow.
All the shots fired.
If only Chaim had listened to Destiny, huh?
What is he lying?
He had a plan.
I think he's telling the truth.
He's absolutely telling the truth.
Telling the truth.
Right.
100%.
Does that mean that Jocelyn is
evil? Yeah.
The bad guy.
Well, no.
I think so.
Stockholm syndrome.
So I don't think Jocelyn realizes he's not lying, but when Jocelyn's like he's lying, it's not like she knows like he's telling the truth and she's like just shock him. No, the issue is Jocelyn's like that can't be true. My mom couldn't have done that, and the reason why is because she's like my mom couldn't have believed he would have been a threat to me. That's why she's in such disbelief right now.
I can go with
that. That ego needs to get back in check.
She knows exactly how terrible her mom was. And she mentioned earlier in the series, one of these fucking terrible episodes, she mentioned that her mom hated him and that he did his best that he could to help her. Xander did the best that he could to help her. So I don't know where this is coming from. It's got to be coming from the place of, like you said, Jeff, like, oh,
Tedros.
He could have never been better than me.
This is one of the best moments, like as far as like the torture scene, like I thought it was like really interesting, but then it was followed by one of the worst moments writing wise, because then the show tries to turn Jocelyn into like a villain. And you kind of you see it on his face where he's like, "Oh, I'm the fool. I'm the one who's being played here." It's like, no, that's not what this show is supposed to be.
Right?
Like,
again, this
doing too much.
The tone shifts throughout. It's so stupid. Just find a lane.
I didn't feel like he was that though. I didn't feel like he was like confused or like he felt like he was getting played. I felt like that face was like, "Wait a minute, didn't you just tell me he like tried to help you with everything? Didn't you just tell me that he did everything?"
So he's created a monster.
He's like, yeah, wait a minute, that's kind of weird. I like, it's like Frankenstein looking at his monster, like, oh, you done got out of control, bro. But I like it.
I didn't release the title.
Shock him again.
Let's see here.
That's
weird. And then we get this weird scene.
Right that doesn't narrow it down.
Right.
Right, yeah. Which one? Oh.
This is the
weird
recovery,
scene number
the
172.
scene.
Got it.
And I mean, they just kind of like left him there. Whatever.
With the one girl?
They're going until it ran out of battery or something. Yeah. Like he looks sick.
Yeah.
Right there.
Now,
if you piss yourself, you're not doing
and
so
I had
hot.
problems with that scene, and I don't mean to get all academic, but just knowing what I know about the support groups and stuff in the 80s during the AIDS epidemic, when gay men had to take care of sick and dying gay men because of the AIDS epidemic. I saw elements of that. I also saw elements of y'all, I'm older than y'all, but my parents are getting older. And that aspect of having to take care of a sick and dying older person. But then at the same time, I saw a whole bunch of homoerotica all mixed into that. That shit shouldn't go together.
They're doing too much. That's what I've been saying this whole season. They keep trying to do too many things. It's like they take a whole bunch of darts and they just threw them at the wall and just like whatever fucking sticks. And then they did that whole crazy Charlie, it's always a conspiracy theory to string it all the darts together. And, you know, who the fuck is Pepe Silva in this show? I don't know. He's in here. Just wait for him.
I got a theory, guys. I got a theory for
Okay.
you guys. And I think it might make this show a lot better, actually. If it's true.
Can't make it worse.
I think this episode had a lot of time shifts. Like, you can see Tedros wears different outfits that are so this is almost seems like a shot in the same, like supposed to be the same day it takes place.
Yeah.
He's wearing like 3 different outfits at one point in time. Like when he scares Xander in his room, he's wearing the outfit from last episode.
Exactly.
Last episode.
Yeah.
And like when he is in the studio,
So it's continuity issues again.
He's it's like I think that points out how long Xander was actually in the state that he was in. Like he was probably like a day or a couple.
Wow! All right.
If you look at what people are wearing in this episode, it timestamps like kind of like Westworld. If you guys watch Westworld,
Yeah. Yep.
So,
which is tough because most of the people.
That's true.
Right.
Because he's not in the recording scene, right? Or is he?
Well,
no, Xander.
Xander. I don't
Xander. No, he's not.
Xavier, is it Xavier or Xander?
Xander.
He's not in the recording. Yeah, so he's in the basement then. Ooh.
So I think the thing is we should look at when they first pull Xander and start torturing him, and then when Isaac comes back, I think the key would be to look at what Isaac's wearing.
Oh yeah.
But also remind
that would make us have to pay more attention.
Well, so correct me if I'm wrong, but in the last episode, didn't they give Tedros?
Isaac isn't wearing nothing, bro.
Well, then that doesn't help.
You gotta look at his underwear.
Well, so
he was wearing dick and balls.
But so correct me if I'm wrong, but in the last episode, didn't they give Tedros a week to get 3 hits?
Yes, 2 weeks.
This is 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
So at the most, this is 2 weeks, but we know it's at least 1 full day because when they're torturing him, it's light, and when it cuts back, it's night.
But that's that day. But then we know
it could be more than 1 day. Yeah.
The next day, yeah. And maybe that's why he shit himself too, because I'm assuming that he.
We don't know that he did.
I saw a lot of those
for sure. They showed that.
Sorry, I saw a lot of those wardrobe changes, and I just noticed it, and I thought at first, like, "Yo, is this continuity error?" But then I kept noticing they would go back to certain, like they kept going back to those wardrobes, and I was like, "Oh no! This isn't a continuity error. This is different days." Isaac had on different underwear like that. He had black underwear.
Oh, also, not to.
Isaac doesn't have on. He only has on black briefs.
Right, at all times.
Well,
not to
brings in the next scene. Who knows?
Not to jump around, fellas, but when one of you said something about dick and balls, why am I looking at Terry? We got a full frontal dude shot, and they managed to not make that exciting either. Where it was just like, oh yeah, dude's naked at
at the pool scene.
Yeah, you're like, oh
Saw that man,
yeah,
little
a
dick.
dick was
All you gotta do
expected
is
but
wear a
not
little dick.
enjoyed.
They also showed a couple fucking in the pool, which is just stupid.
Yeah,
they could have gave him.
But that wasn't, yeah, it wasn't titillating. Like, look at that couple in the pool. It was like,
he needed a fluffer.
Yeah, he needed a fluff. He needed a.
Bro, we sound weird, but anyway.
So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. They snuck in a full frontal, and it sucked.
They did.
It was so boring. Like, how do you make this all so boring?
Yeah. It was so boring. I didn't look away like I did when watching Oz. When I was like,
It just shows you've matured. That's all.
I'm
Right,
matured.
you've made
That's
it.
what it
To
is.
the end,
Is that scene of
Sarah, it's at the pool party at the end. It's a quick just you see a dude bending down to drop his pants, and then when he stands up, cock.
Also, I'm really upset at this scene when I was watching it because
it was flaccid cock, though. We got to be clear.
Sarah Haley would love to know the exact timestamp if you guys can. But I you know, there that said,
bad news, Kirsten.
Yeah.
The fuck? So they got a Target shirt on, this girl?
Oh, we I didn't know that.
But he's rolling in Versace and they got a Target shirt.
But yeah, this is where
it's Target.
Ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
And they used to fight a lot. They had this like really tumultuous relationship. And there was this one time where I guess they were like fighting. And I guess he choked her.
Who choked who?
I guess. He held, he just was trying to like fend her off.
It's cool.
And I guess he hit her back.
And then,
like, yeah, the justification for this behavior is crazy.
Well, and then after that, it gets even better. She's like, and then she like got a bunch of like 6 or so girls to say like he was abusing all of them. Like, can you believe that? It's like, yes, we believe 6 random people are lying to cover Tedros, and not the other way around.
Yeah, and they're all sitting in the house right now.
Yeah, that was weird based upon the allegations that Amber Heard made against Johnny Depp. Although I believe Johnny Depp, but that was weird.
I mean, but Johnny Depp is still a scumbag, though, right?
Well, he's Jack Sparrow.
Okay, but
Total
Jack Sparrow.
That doesn't erase scumbag.
You're right, man. I'll show you some details.
You should have. Dave Chappelle said he made Thriller, nigga. He made Pirates of the Caribbean, nigga.
This is derailed fast.
So like all got together and they went to the cops and they told the cops that he was like their pimp.
He was.
Can't you see what's going on? By the way, I know that we got over 20 people watching right now. Please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button.
Please hit the like button.
Tell your
Come
friends.
on, give us some likes.
Tell your friends to tell 5 friends, and all right. And
14 likes. Come on, guys.
Right. I'm trying to look. Come on, man. Terry needs them likes.
I need them likes so I can keep buying outfits, y'all. If I don't get no money, I can't keep buying outfits.
If we don't get those likes, Terry's gonna hike up the robe a little bit more. So
yeah, you're gonna get the same scene from the swimming pool, but
I mean,
it'll be a little bit
we're
more.
gonna get the likes. Kirsten's gonna get the hairbrush on us all.
Kirsten, I think if you start telling people that we will get the likes, Terry hikes it up. That's how we get more.
Girl know about that.
if we get the likes, Terry might hike up that robe. He's already rubbing his super big Jocelyn nips. This has been 9 Nerd Yards ASMR. Terry's currently rubbing his rayon and silk blend robe with his matching rag.
Oh my god!
Show us, Terry. Rub that fabric on the microphone for the ASMR freaks out there.
This was a pretty crazy one.
So smooth.
Just kind of like jammed through the rest of this episode. We kind of talked about a little bit of this, but yeah, she goes public with everything and does the quintessential pop star, influencer, YouTuber explainer. You know, mine's going to be coming soon. Probably after the season wraps up, I'm going to have to apologize to everybody for even covering this shit. But
and for having me on here with my off-color jokes.
Knight's whole horrid past is just about having to watch this show.
Right.
Could be worse, Mike. You could have been in it.
But I do think, and I want Alex's opinion on this. I do think that we had a good, I think this was a good idea right here.
Yeah,
I think this was a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I actually thought that was solid.
Yep, it was a very it seemed like a very realistic marketing or PR move where like someone tells you to do this. And I actually like the way it was shot too, where like it seemed like she was possibly confessing to a press like having a press junket in front of her. So she's talking to her phone. Is like, oh yeah, that's how we do things now. Like we don't have a whole group of
there are no follow-up questions when you do it on the phone.
Right.
Yeah, you got to do an Instagram live.
Yeah. Right, and even the line where she says, "I'm glad it's just you and me talking about this."
Yeah.
Even though
it's 2 million people.
Oh man,
you and him.
Look at this man. He a pimp, man.
I mean, when Alex, when he brought up you and me, she looks at him.
Yeah,
there's no emotion. I'm proud of you. I'm feeling for you.
Make a promise. Fuck that.
They had no love.
And I also want to make
ain't got no love.
To all of you. But it was after looking at him. What we think about that?
He's sitting there. He's like, keep to the fucking script.
Right.
Yes, that's what he was looking like.
Right. So 9, can you do me a favor? Can you jump to a scene? It's after the credits and everything. There is 3 minutes 43 seconds left. I want you guys to react to something Lilly-Rose Depp says in the after part of this, because it's just,
bro.
She's got an interesting thing.
Man.
You're not on HBO?
What do you think you're watching this on, bro?
Then never mind. I'll just read it off to you guys then, okay, guys?
You know that.
Okay, I'll just read it off then. So in the after bit, Lilly-Rose is sitting there and she's talking about Jocelyn. And she says, Jocelyn is a very strategic and calculated person. She's getting what she needs from Tedros. Do you guys believe that?
No.
To a certain degree.
I don't.
What does she need?
And what she needs is inspiration.
She needs an album. She needs inspiration, yeah. But I do think that she was getting played, and which she just realized at the end of this episode.
But I don't think she's a strategic person.
Well, I do think strategically she was aware, or she is aware, that this dude doesn't know nothing about the business of music. But at this moment, he is a muse of hers, and that's why she's allowing him.
She's got the power again.
She thinks she has the power.
Okay.
Whether she has it or not, she thinks that she has it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think strategic and calculating. I think she's a reactionary person. Mm-hmm. I don't think she's strategic or calculating at all.
Well, I think more shit will be revealed in this final episode.
Yep.
We made it, fam. We did the show.
What's the IMDb score? Let's get this over.
Oh my god.
Do you guys want to take a guess?
I'll take a guess.
There's 998 votes.
Okay.
4.5.
998 people had nothing to do.
Say this is the best one so far. I'm going to say 6.
6? And I'm sorry, Bill, you said 4.5?
I did, but I was just joking. That's how I feel about it. What I'm going to go with is a 5.
Okay.
Bill stole mine. I'm going with a 5.
5.7.
Okay.
0.7.
I'm going to go 4.5. This is
spicy.
way worse than the last episode, in my opinion.
All right.
3. I think maybe 6. It got a little sublime with the cult issues. So people might have enjoyed that aspect of how does one fall into a cult? How does a cult leader?
He just likes
That's
titties,
true.
bro.
How do I lead?
I like titties. Okay. And my stage name is King David Koresh. So, so I do have a fine spot in my heart for cult leaders.
All right.
Holy shit.
By the way, I need to correct myself. It has been up to 1,012 votes, and the rating is a 4.8. Still the biggest rated episode so far.
That's kind.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's not.
Alex was close.
What?
No, episode 2 was the highest one, right?
Nope. Episode 1, 5.4. Episode 2, 5. Episode 3, 4.4. And this, 4.8.
It's just been going down.
A little hike then, I guess.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. We can't be upset.
We already lost Blake. This is probably our longest stream yet.
Dude, there's so much stupid shit to talk about.
It's like therapy. We all need to get through this trauma of watching this together.
Right?
I'm going to pop this off with I don't know. Do we have any last thoughts? Does anyone want to round off?
Please stick with us and watch tomorrow when we cover
Secret Invasion.
Oh yeah,
that one I'm excited about.
Who do you trust?
I need to watch that too.
I need to watch it tomorrow.
Not Tedros.
I do just want to, real quick. This could have been a really, really great show. Dave Chappelle talks about how his relationship with the entertainment industry was very similar to when he read Iceberg Slim's book, and I thought
yes,
I remember that. Yeah.
That's what this show could have tapped into.
Instead, somebody found a porn script on the ground and was like,
I'll be honest. This episode, I was thinking about Chappelle's bit about that book, and just how well it fit.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they dropped the ball. But that's all I gotta say.
They should have just did Iceberg Slim the Pimp 10-part series.
Right? Yeah.
Which, by the way, you guys can go watch all the pimp movies on HBO Max right now. Almost all of them are on there.
You said all of your old pimp movies?
Get your pimp hands strong.
You got to sign up for my OnlyFans to see any of my pimp movies.
Except for Hookers on the Point. That's the best one. They don't have that one on there.
No, they don't got that one.
PIMP. First thing that pops up is Dr. Pimple Popper.
No, you got to look up Superfly and
Superfly. But if you look at but Iceberg Slim the Pimp, he was the father of it all before Donald Goines. Now I'm getting academic again. Donald Goines did all those books. Yeah, my bad. That's the one they did it with DMX. One of his novels, Never Die Alone. King David was the character, so he got Kenyatta's Revenge, Kenyatta's Payback. All that. Donald Goines from Detroit, black urban author is what they used to call him.
Who the fuck is breathing so heavy? Not to cut you off.
That's me.
Can you blame us with how exciting this show is?
It's so creepy. It's like,
my bad. Y'all can't be fast naming me now.
Oh man, that's how I've been feeling watching this show. Just
All right. Let's round this all out.
Yeah,
we
let's
lost
get outta
Blake.
here.
You already know where you can find him. You can find his links and everything in the description below. But how about we top this off with Drunk Banthas. Tell us where we can find you.
You can find us on Spotify, likewise, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas for our podcast. You can also find us on YouTube at the Drunk Banthas channel. We just had an episode, Doesn't Hold Up, with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, where we had Blake on to talk about it. He is hilarious. I actually just listened to the episode this morning, and dude was cracking me up. So yeah, guys, check that episode out.
Please do, and go to our YouTube page and like and subscribe. Come on, bro. You know you love it. You like us. You think we funny on here? Well, then go over there and subscribe.
Did you think we were insightful?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The DHR ain't gonna give me my kids back until I get to 1,000 subscribers.
All right. And Terry, the best producer around, he's been committing to the bit the whole goddamn 2 hours. We know he's tired. Where the fuck can we find you? You
Terry's
probably be
on
better
mute.
if we could hear you, Terry.
Silent, bro.
Terry's on mute.
Oh my God! Oh,
there it is.
I was not on mute. I wasn't on mute. I was communicating to my people through their mental minds. So on the level, you heard the message.
Like booty thing,
you know, and my fans of independence. You know, all the scrolls understood it. I mean, regular people understood it.
Wow.
And the best music producer that we got on the channel right now, he's worked with Kanye West, he's worked with Black Sabbath. Mike Dean, where can people find you?
You can always try and Skype with me at Don Cheadle's Driveway at littleDicky2.com. It's because of the hackers.
Yeah.
You can try and find me, Jeff Madel, on Facebook. You could try and find Madel Jeff on Instagram, or you could just try and find me around Austin. But it's going to be pretty hard because it's over 100 fucking degrees every day.
Pussy, it's over 100 degrees here every summer.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
Was
love it. You'll learn to love the heat. It's like an oven that's just basting you all day long.
Girl, I'm done.
Okay. She's from somewhere hot, but you may think she's a little hotter. Kirsten, where can people find you?
Maybe not when I do that. You can find you can find me on Instagram, Kirsten Cobb 1. You can find me on Twitter, Kirsten_Cobb. Nope, reverse that. Kirsten_Cobb is Instagram. Kirsten Cobb 1 is Twitter. I'm so tired. I've been up this late a bit. And then I'm on Blue Sky now. It's my name. I'm on the Discord. I love the jokes that Othelius and some of the others drop in there and tag me in. So keep it up. And yeah, all my socials are my name.
Yeah.
Description below. And
hey, where can people find you?
Pass it off.
You can find me
Mr. Koresh
in all platforms, King David Koresh or King David Koresh in the Rap Davidians. But on Twitter, yes, I told you I'm committed to this shit.
That's amazing.
Twitter, I use it for my Black History stuff. So Dr. Black History, all one word, Dr. Black History without an A. So DRBLCK.
That's complicated.
On Twitter.
What's up? And yeah, it's been 9 Nerd Yards here. We are coming to the end of our Idol residency. It's been cut short, so next week will be the season finale. We
hopefully
are
series
getting it in. Maybe not this long. Hopefully not this long. But please tune in next week, and then also please tune in tomorrow while we cover episode 2 of Secret Invasion. We are having a lot of fun covering that. It's been a great show. Yeah. I mean, some would say it's better than The Idol, so maybe we would have.
Shut your filthy mouth. There's nothing better than The Idol. It's going to win all the accolades.
And you know, when we end up dropping it, we got 3 videos with my homie here, my homie that's in the back that doesn't want to be on stream right now, but
a ghost homie.
Look out for those whenever I post a link to that. But I think that's it.
Well,
have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, and thank you, audience members, for tuning in. Sarah, Chelsea, Dorsey, Othelius, as always, Film Age. Who else we got? 45 Black. Nicolem, John,
Dorothy,
everybody.
Disco
Everybody,
Ball
thank you.
Glitter.
Thank you.
Ooh, Disco Ball was back.
Y'all
Sam
Oh,
Flea,
yeah.
Dorsey Winter. Yeah, you
Lord
guys were
Slug.
hitting it up. You guys were hitting
Maybe
it
a good
up.
amount today.
Healthy Fern, shout out to you. She like your butterflies.
Aw, that's my friend.
Give it up. Give it up. But thank
Disco
you
Ball
very
Glitter.
much for tuning in right now.
Disco
We'll
went
catch you
first,
guys on the
yeah.
next time. Peace.
Yeah. Sleep well, angels.
Hey, that was fun, man.
All right.
Destiny